Mr. Weinstein, Hannah Thomas Peter from Sky News. I wonder, could you tell me, do you believe all of those women are lying?
He's a dastardly human.
Everybody knew. Everybody knew.
He ruined lives. He crushed dreams. I still am scared of him. He is a master predator.
Harvey Weinstein is once again making headlines. On September 18, 2024, Harvey Weinstein appeared in a New York courtroom to plead not guilty to new sex crime charges. But will this new charge impact the upcoming trial? Will this new development finally bring the accountability many have sought? Join us today as we delve into Harvey Weinstein's criminal past, break down the latest developments and what they could mean for Weinstein's future. These new sex charges against Harvey Weinstein are significant because they relate to alleged sexual crimes that reportedly took place back in 2006, just ahead of his upcoming retrial. This retrial comes after his 2020 conviction was overturned earlier this year by a judge who found that Weinstein did not receive a fair trial. During the court proceedings, an unsealed indictment revealed details about the case, describing a criminal sexual assault that occurred in a Manhattan hotel between April 29th and May 6, 2006. While the specific identity of the alleged victim remains confidential, referred to in court documents as Jane Doe, her attorney issued a statement emphasizing her commitment to sharing her story at trial. The attorney requested respect for her privacy as she prepares to testify against Weinstein. Weinstein's legal team expressed disappointment regarding ongoing issues with his medical care. Just last week, Weinstein underwent emergency heart surgery and was transferred from Rikers Island to Bellevue Hospital for treatment. His representatives have stated they are advocating for him to receive proper medical attention as he faces these legal challenges. In court, Weinstein was present but had a delayed arrival due to the proceedings. His defense team remains focused on preparing for trial and defending against both the new charges and the remaining allegations from his previous case. Weinstein is now 72 and is already serving a 16-year sentence for sex crimes in California. His crimes came to light when in October 2017, the New York Times published a groundbreaking report detailing Harvey Weinstein's alleged history of sexual harassment. The article revealed that Weinstein had made unwelcome advances toward numerous women, including actress Ashley Judd, and had quietly settled with at least 8 of them. The story gained even more traction when The New Yorker followed up with its own report, featuring a first-hand account of Weinstein's predatory behavior from Italian actress Asia Argento. This coverage brought the issue into the spotlight and fueled public outrage. Initially, Weinstein threatened to sue the New York Times and brought in a team of lawyers to fight the allegations. One of his lawyers was Lisa Bloom, the daughter of renowned feminist attorney Gloria Allred. Bloom dismissed many of the claims as patently false, but also described Weinstein as an old dinosaur learning new ways. Just days after the scandal broke, Bloom resigned from her advisory role. In his defense, Weinstein explained, "I came of age in the 60s and 70s when all the rules about behavior and workplaces were different. That was the culture then. I have since learned it is not an excuse." His comments attempted to contextualize his actions, but they sparked further debate about accountability and the shifting norms around workplace behavior. Weinstein announced he would take a leave of absence from his studio, saying he needed to seek professional help. The Weinstein Company issued a statement saying the board would investigate the allegations. However, just 3 days after the initial New York Times article came out, the board fired him on October 8th. Although he technically stayed on as a board member for a while, he eventually resigned from that position. While Weinstein was reportedly heading to a rehab facility in Arizona for sex addiction treatment, the fallout from the scandal kept intensifying. High-profile actors like Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie came forward to share their own experiences with him, adding weight to the growing list of accusations. On October 14th, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences held an emergency meeting and voted to expel Weinstein. Meanwhile, police in both New York and London began looking into the harassment claims, suggesting that criminal charges could be on the horizon. Just a couple of weeks later, on October 30th, another article from the New York Times revealed even more accusers. Some of these women recounted disturbing incidents from the 1970s when Weinstein was a concert promoter, highlighting a long history of alleged misconduct. Then, on November 7th, the Times reported that Weinstein had gone to great lengths to prevent the publication of the articles that exposed him. He hired a team of detectives, lawyers, and even undercover agents, one of whom tried to befriend
predators.
Rose McGowan.
Take a lion. They look for the weakest one in the pack, don't they? The one without the protection. Because there were actresses he didn't target because they had better representation or better people around them. Or there was something they didn't have that crack, maybe. But he targeted an awful lot.
One of his most vocal accusers. This entire investigation became the basis for a dramatized account in the book She Said, written by reporters Megan Twohey and Jodi Kantor. The book was later adapted into a movie in 2022, starring Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. On November 27, 2017, British actor Katie Noble took a bold step by filing a civil suit in New York. She alleged that Weinstein had forced her into sexual acts in his hotel room during the 2014 Cannes Film Festival. The suit highlighted a disturbing comment from another producer at the Weinstein Company, who reportedly told Noble to be a good girl and do whatever he wished. This added a troubling layer to her claims, as the suit accused the Weinstein Company of violating federal sex trafficking laws. It argued that the company knowingly facilitated Weinstein's predatory behavior, using foreign trips as a cover for coercing women into unwanted sexual activities under the pretense of promising them movie roles. As Weinstein's legal troubles mounted, things escalated on December 6th.
New details on the Harvey Weinstein sex accusation scandal. 6 women have now filed a lawsuit against the disgraced film producer.
When a group of 6 women announced their own legal action against him, his brother Bob Weinstein, the Weinstein Company, Miramax, and others. They claimed they had endured unwanted sexual conduct and lived in fear of being blacklisted in the industry. Their joint statement made a powerful call for change. One thing is clear: to create a permanent change in the culture, we need to send a message to the powerful and wealthy individuals, companies, and industries that feeded their Harvey Weinsteins, instead of protecting the victims. In response to the growing number of allegations, Weinstein's lawyers tried to have the lawsuit dismissed, arguing that the incidents happened too long ago and that the claims of racketeering lacked sufficient facts. They even brought up comments from Meryl Streep, who had said that Weinstein was always respectful towards her. Streep later described this defense as pathetic and exploitative. After trying to stay out of the spotlight for a while, Harvey Weinstein found himself back in the headlines in January 2018. This time, it was a former assistant named Sandeep Rihal who made waves by filing a federal lawsuit against him. In her suit, Rihal not only accused Weinstein of sexual harassment, but also claimed that she was forced to facilitate his sexual encounters. This included providing him with erectile dysfunction drugs and even cleaning up semen from his couch. Her allegations painted a disturbing picture of the environment at the Weinstein Company, and she named Bob Weinstein, the company, and its former human resources director in the lawsuit. Things escalated further in February when New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman stepped in, filing a lawsuit against both Weinstein and the Weinstein Company. In a statement, he pointed out that the company had repeatedly violated New York law by failing to protect its employees from widespread sexual harassment, intimidation, and discrimination. This legal action was partly motivated by reports that the company was about to be sold, as the Attorney General believed such a sale could complicate matters for the victims seeking justice. As news of the lawsuit spread, it reportedly derailed a potential deal with a group led by businesswoman Maria Contreras Sweet, which had been close to acquiring the studio's assets. The fallout continued when the Weinstein Company announced plans to file for bankruptcy. However, negotiations picked back up in early March, and a new arrangement was reached with Contreras Suites Group. But just when it seemed like things were moving forward, the deal fell apart again. The buying group discovered at least $50 million in undisclosed liabilities, making them rethink the whole transaction. Eventually, the Weinstein Company went ahead with its bankruptcy filing later that month. In the end, Lantern Capital emerged as the winning bidder for the company's assets. By late April 2018, Weinstein's legal troubles kept piling up. Actor Ashley Judd filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles County Superior Court, accusing him of sabotaging her career after she refused his sexual advances. Judd claimed that Weinstein spread lies about her, labeling her difficult to work with. Director Peter Jackson had backed up this claim, explaining that he didn't cast Judd in the Lord of the Rings trilogy after Weinstein called her a nightmare. Weinstein's spokesperson denied this, stating that Weinstein had supported Judd's work and even approved her for roles in 2 of his films over the following decade. Though a judge dismissed Judd's sexual harassment claims in January 2019, they allowed her to continue with the defamation lawsuit against Weinstein. In August 2018, another lawsuit surfaced, this time from a German actor who alleged that Weinstein raped her during the 2006 Cannes Film Festival. She sued him under human trafficking laws, along with charges of assault, battery, and false imprisonment. Then in May 2019, Weinstein's lawyers revealed they had reached a tentative $44 million settlement to resolve various civil lawsuits linked to his alleged misconduct. However, that deal fell through. By December, another settlement emerged, this time for $25 million, where insurance companies for the Weinstein Company would pay the victims, while Weinstein himself wouldn't have to admit any wrongdoing. Eventually, in June 2020, the survivors received an $18,875 million settlement as part of a class action lawsuit. Later that year, Queen Elizabeth II stripped Weinstein of his honorary British title. On May 25, 2018, Weinstein made headlines again when he turned himself in to the New York Police Department. He was promptly arrested and charged with rape, sexual abuse, and other sex crimes. While investigations continued in Los Angeles and London, he paid $1 million in cash for bail, surrendered his passport, and was fitted with an ankle monitor. Not long after, a grand jury in New York indicted him on charges of rape and criminal sexual acts. Despite the mounting accusations, Weinstein's lawyer maintained his innocence, stating that they plan to fight the allegations vigorously. On July 2, 2018, Weinstein faced 3 more felony charges related to a 2006 incident involving a third woman. He was indicted for a criminal sexual act in the first degree and 2 counts of predatory sexual assault. Then, on January 6, 2020, Los Angeles County hit him with 4 new felony sexual assault charges, and District Attorney Jackie Lacey confirmed he would face those charges in California after his New York trial. By April, another charge of sexual battery was added, connected to an alleged attack on a woman in a Beverly Hills hotel in 2010. The same day, Weinstein was charged in Los Angeles. His New York trial for rape and sexual assault began. On February 24, 2020, he was found guilty of a criminal sexual act against Miriam Haley and third-degree rape involving Jessica Mann. However, he was acquitted of 2 more serious charges of predatory sexual assault. A month later, he was sentenced to 23 years in prison and was required to register as a sex offender. After the sentencing, he was briefly hospitalized due to chest pains and later moved to the Wendy Correctional Facility near Buffalo. There, he was held in isolation after testing positive for COVID-19. In December 2022, Weinstein was convicted in Los Angeles for rape and sexual assault charges related to a woman identified as Jane Doe 1, leading to an additional 16-year prison sentence. He continued to deny the allegations, stating, "I maintain that I'm innocent. I never knew this woman." Weinstein was serving his 23-year sentence at Mohawk Correctional Facility when, in April 2024, the New York State Court of Appeals overturned his 2020 conviction. The court ruled in a close 4-3 decision that the trial judge improperly allowed testimony from women whose allegations were unrelated to the case at hand. The majority argued that these testimonies damaged Weinstein's character without directly supporting the charges against him. Even with the conviction overturned, Weinstein's legal battles are far from over. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office plans to retry the case, and in September 2024, prosecutors added a new charge of criminal sexual act in the first degree, related to an alleged 2006 assault in a Manhattan hotel room. Weinstein has pleaded not guilty, and his retrial is expected in November 2024. Now, we would love to hear your thoughts on the recent developments, so please leave a comment below and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.